Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In last video we have seen how we can pass a function or an event as a property to functional component like we pass here, and the result of that is this. So we tested this function three ways: without passing any argument or without returning any argument, and we tested with passing argument without returning value, and we tested by passing parameter and returning a value. In three ways we tested on functional component. Same we are going to do for class component. So here I create one class component first of all. So I say here the class event props.tsx. So here I'm using Typescript. So I say rnce because I'm creating a class here. So class component is here. Same class component I am using like a functional component here. So I say see event props like this at YouTube, and I need to import it. So that we are going to use. So similar to this add, I'm going to create one more function, and I say that is multiply. I say mul. So I say const mul, and I create this arrow function, and here I take num1 equal to 10, and I say let num2 equal to 20, and I say let multiply mul multiply equal to num1 into num2. Just for example purpose that I am not using any argument. Without argument I am using this. Then I say toast android.show, and here I pass that multiply equal to plus, I say multiply, and here I say duration. So I say toast duration is short, so that short I am using here, and I just make it formatting. So you see that. So we create this mul function, and this function we are just using inbuilt local variables, and here you see event props is coming. So in place of that I am passing in this event also this, I say mul, and here I am passing mul like a property to this class component. So here I need to define the things is required. So first of all I create type. So I say type equal to, I say type props type equal to, and I say that is a function mul that is not returning any value. So I say void like this way, and here I need to define that I am going to pass a property. So here I need to pass the props type. So I say props, I say type like this way. So that I want to mention here. Remember that I am passing a property is going to become in which we are passing a event like this. Now that I need to use here. So for that I create here a function button also. So I say button. Here in this button I say title, and I give the title that show mul multiply event. Okay, that I am going to explain here. Then I say the color of this is red, that I am going to use, and I just import this button also. Save this. You will see that there is a button is coming here. So I do some formatting also. So for that I take this formatting which I was using earlier in the functional component. So I copy this. Same I just replace here. I use after this here, and I save this. So I use a style sheet also. So I use here a style sheet I declare here. Save this. Then I use here a style, and I say style dot container. I save this. You see button is also coming here like this upper one, and now I need to call this event. For calling this event I do here on press, and in on press I called, I say this dot props dot mul. So I do formatting and I say mul. Save this. So like in functional component, when I click here it return the value here. Same I click here, it will toast, you see multiply equal to 200. So it behaving or working just like a functional component, but I am using here a class component. You see just one difference that we create a type here and we pass the type here. In functional component we also created this type same like this, and we pass here, or we can pass here also. Now I want to pass some value from here. That means from here I want to pass some parameter. For example, I want to pass parameter from here, but it will give the error because we are not mentioning it is parameter here. So I say num1 is number type and I say num2 is also number type, like this I mention here, you see. But there is an error. Why? Because in this function we do not have this. So here I need to mention that there is a parameter. So I say num1, I say number type. Here I say num2 also of number type. So I remove it from here. Remember that now I am passing a parameter without returning any value. So here you see there is a problem is why? Because I am directly calling this function. I need to call this function under the arrow function like this. I save this. Otherwise it will re-render everything. So you see that I am passing these parameters here, but the function is declared in app component here, and I am calling this function within a class component, and from the class component I am passing these parameter also. So now I click here and you see answer is this. So if I change it, I say it is 5, which will display 100. So I click here and you say 100 is coming. So parameter I am passing from here, function is declared here. That means I am calling this function or event from the class component, and this mul we pass as a props. We pass as a props to this class component. So this mul is as a props. So we are passing event as a props to the class component, and here we are using this. Now suppose I want to return the value also. So in place of void I say string, type is there. I need to return a value. If I will return a value, then I need to store that value in some state variable. For that I create a state variable here and state variable here, and I create a result, same state variable, and I take this as a empty string right now. So I make it formatting, that is a empty string result, but I need to pass this, because if I will use here, remember I say this dot state, this dot set state, and here I need to pass the value like this. I say result would be like this, that I need to pass here this way, remember. So I make formatting. So I need to change the value of this state variable. From the returning of this value, this function will return a value, and that value I will change here also. Remember it's generating error, so I need to pass here that it will return a string value, remember. Now I make comment to this toast and I use return statement here, and I return the same statement which I declare here, the multiply. So I put here, I make it formatting, and the spelling is mistake return. So I make it formatting, I save this. So here I am returning this value. You see error is gone. Now I am here, but you see that I did not mention the data type of this. So I am using this state also. So I try to click, but I am not using the result somewhere else, that why is not generating any value. So I just create here one text here, and here I say result, and I call it result here. So that result would be this dot state dot result that I am using here. I save this like this way. So suppose that it is not generating error, I am using this state variable but not generating error, state is here. So I give a style also this. I say style equal to, I say style dot result, save this, and you see it will be like a bold as here we have, and I click here and you see the multiply is also coming. But remember that because this version of React Native with TypeScript is 0.71, so it is not compulsory to give the state property here, but it may generate error. So you have to learn that we need to pass here is state property also. So I need to pass here that type. I say state type equal to, I need to specify that this result which I am taking as a state variable, that is of string type, that I need to mention here. And one more thing, I need to pass second property here, that is state property. State type is this, save. So that is a complete code. It is not giving any error here when I am calling this property, but it may give error in future version also. So we have to specify that state property, which I am using state variable, is a string type of result. We have to pass here. If property is coming of a function as a event, so that is the requirement to specify here. So now it's a complete code. I click here and you see the multiply equal to 100 is coming. So if I change this value to 20, save this, so it means 400 will display here, you see, like this way. Similarly, we have the add, which we explained in the previous video. So if I change it here, I say 40 and I just give some space here, I say save. I click here, you see that it's coming 80 here because we are adding this, so it's generating 80. We are multiplying it, it's generating a 400. So like you see in the previous video, we passed the event as a props to the functional component, and in this video we pass same event, same type of event as a props to the class component in React Native with Typescript. So it's the most important part of React Native application development. I think you understand now how to use it. If you understand, if you like it, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.